Jolt Radio.
Hello, hello, Miami. How we doing out there? How we feeling? This is you're live with On the Record on Jolt Radio. Thank you, John. We've got the East Coast Underground crew in the house, and I'm your girl Mo. First of all, for those that don't know, and in the studio with me, I got my co-host Mike and Pablo Funk. Say what's up, boys.
What's up? What's up?
Hello, Earth people.
Hello.
Hello, we welcome you to the spaceship of the East Coast Underground.
We are here.
And it's great that and we got a special guest in the studio tonight. Very, very excited to have this guest with us. We have Mr. Jason McCracken, also known as ILLEKTROLAB from Arizona, right?
From Arizona, yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
welcome,
you guys.
welcome.
Thank you guys for the big love out here in Florida. I've been wanting to come out here for a long time, and this is just amazing. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, welcome to Joe Radio. Excited to have you here. We have a very exciting weekend lined up for you in Miami, and we welcome you with open arms. And I do a little segment where I just kind of just speak about you for those that are listening, people who don't know who ILLEKTROLAB is. So, ILLEKTROLAB is a DJ and producer pushing the boundaries of electro, guys, and blending hip hop, techno, and IDM into powerful synth-driven soundscapes. A staple of the underground rave scene, coming from back in the day, and his dynamic performances have taken him across the globe, with releases on respected labels like Statama, I guess, Statama,
Yeah,
I always say around, right? Yeah.
Statama.
Broken
Yeah,
Toys,
Statama.
Treasure Berlin, and most recently, he was on Fabric Records. His track appeared in Helena Huff's 2x12 Fabric mix. It's pretty iconic, so go check that out. So, yeah.
very cool.
Congratulations.
Very
Woo.
cool. Thank you. Thank you.
Me, me,
Thank
me,
you.
me,
Beep,
me.
beep. All the robots. All the robots.
Yeah. So, my first question is, how did you find your love for electro?
So, that's a good question because I come from a fairly small, I wouldn't say village, but a very small town in Flagstaff, Arizona. And I would say around 5 to 6, 7 years old, I was just infatuated with things that did not exist there, which included robot voices and synthesizers and, got my early start into like Midnight Star, Shaka Khan, some of these early, like anything with a vocoder, I just would stop whatever I was doing and just instantly was in love. And so that love kind of spread over to my mom. And then pretty soon my mom's buying me breakdance books and all these things that did not exist in the hometown where I lived. And as a result, I started hanging out with a lot of different people. I moved around to a lot of different schools. And I always remember and give big love to my boy Ralph, who was, back in like 4th grade. This kid was like, man, Jason, you got to come over to my house. My mom's all into breakdancing. I had my parachute pants on and stuff. And I was like, oh, dude, what? Like, no one in my family does that. Like, let's do it. So I went over there and walked in the door, and his mom's doing the robot, and she's pop locking and stuff. And I felt like I just walked into like my fantasy dreamland that I had for my whole life. And of course, this was back when Jam On It,
yeah, classic.
the mighty Nucleus came out, and so I fell in love with all of it at that point. I was like, there's no looking back. And after that, it was just a steady stream of really incredible coincidences that happened at an early age, catching Run DMC and meeting Jam Master Jay at a concert, and just things that kept inspiring me. And I was like, yo, like this is my jam. Like even though nobody in Arizona was doing it, like people were like, bro, you're gonna get turntables and do what?
Yeah.
I was like, no, for real. It's like I'm gonna.
So they had raves. You're talking like your underground raves out in Arizona then.
Yeah, underground raves. Like it grew into that once I got to be about 19, and finally, I taught myself how to spin. I bought turntables. I was in Mexico City traveling, and I ordered them from a Pro Stage and Light magazine. Didn't even know how to plug those mugs in. There was nobody there to like be like, hey, this is what you do. This is what you do. And so basically, a lot of time with trial and error, and just figured it out, and then was addicted to scratching. So moving forward to the future, it was like Phoenix and some of the bigger cities in Arizona were like, man, what's this kid doing? And back then I was going by the name DJ Lego, which initially
Oh,
it,
very nice. So we gotta bring that DJ Lego back.
it was cool until they tried suing me. So, you know, and at that time, I think I had about $100 in my pocket, and they're like, "Yo, we want $2 million." And I was like, "But I'm 19, and I'm just like scratching and stuff. Leave me alone."
Yeah.
And so,
Oh wow.
You know, if I ever have kids, they're never getting Legos.
Oh, great, awesome. And so, how would you describe your your workflow, like your studio? What do you got in the studio right now?
So studio-wise, when I started, I was using a lot of external gear, a lot of MIDI stuff, and had a big room full of gear. These days, honestly, because I move around so much, I keep it pretty simple. So I've got some MIDI controllers. I write all of my own audio. I don't use samples or anything. So I do a bunch of sound designing and just work to to get it to sound a particular way that I've always vibed with, which is generally a bass-heavy kick drum and some fairly heavy hitting synth lines and just dance floor orientated, really. Once I got a chance to start, you know, testing those tracks out on the dance floor and sort of seeing how people would react, I just went for it. And
Yeah, I mean, what's up with this technique that I hear you got some low frequency mind control? I read that on your
Yeah.
Discog.
Yeah.
This Discog, I was like looking you up, and I was like, that's great. I was like, what is that? Your technique?
It usually scares people when I say that. They're like, "Oh my God, are you like a bass electro shaman or something?" Especially you know, in the part of the world where we live at, there's a lot of talk with like Sedona, Arizona, and like aliens and different like vortexes and energies and things like that. So it was always in relation to that. And initially, to get some of the underground parties flowing, we would just get a generator and we would head straight to the woods and start doing it because nobody at the time was really doing it. So it was
I miss those type of vibes.
Yeah, those vibes were so lit and so legit and just so real because it was so fresh and it was new. And of course, the police didn't know what we were up to, so nobody cared. Now they don't care anyway. But there was that period of time where they're like, "Wait, why do you have this like 50,000 watt sound system in the middle of the forest?
In the middle of nowhere.
And why are 1,000 kids out here dancing? And what's that weird robot music?" So the low frequency mind control was just something that kind of stuck from the early days because I got a lot of positive feedback on the low frequencies, and it's always been a focus, you know.
Yeah, you can definitely hear that in your tunes. Definitely that bass, that
It's
that
the
low
signature
rumble.
sound.
Yeah, it is definitely the signature sound. So let's talk about your involvement with Broken Toys. You did a release with them out of London, Temporal Interference, a 4-tracker. And what I really love about this release is the whole concept is very exquisite to me. You know, you used your own photography for the sleeves, and there was like 75 only press. And Laura, I found out because Laura, look, she's shaking it. Shout out to Laura in the house, DJ Medley, the Geishas, Electro Queen. She showed me this. She's like, look at this record. And I was like, what is this? And I couldn't get a copy because it was gone.
Hey, I got one here for you.
Oh, stop it. So how was your experience, you know, that project? How did that come about? You used your own artwork. Talk to a little bit about that and working with the label.
So Anwar, the owner of Broken Toys, he reached out to me, and he had a particular liking to some of the stuff I was doing, and I tend to like keeping things a little bit under the radar with releases and labels and even gigs. I much prefer keeping it like under the radar. And
Underground.
Yeah, East Coast Underground.
And so when Anwar he hit me up and he's like, "Man, this is some wicked shiitake that you're dropping right now, you know." And I was like, "All right, you know, so let's do this thing." And he's like, "Well, let's I love your photography as well, and I do a lot of astrophotography, landscape photography, and whatnot."
Yeah, your photo, it's beautiful.
Thank you. That's like my counterbalance to the music. When I'm not musicking, I'm out like snapping shots. But so Anwar, he really embraced that, and he's like, "Hey, you know, why don't we do this thing where you use your photography on the album cover?" And I was like, "I got that, dude. Like, let's roll that." And he always was into doing creative, like limited copies of things, and that's definitely how I love to roll. I've had options where people are like, "Yo, let's do like thousands and thousands of this or that," and I'm like, "No, let's not. Let's like keep it low key and underground." And like that's how it started, and that's how it's still flowing. So Anwar, super good dude, super good label. Broken Toys does a lot of different kinds of stuff, like not just solid electro. But the temporal interference, that's been a real good flow. I get a lot of feedback, and of course they're gone. And these things go out, and then they're gone quick. So I've just been.
I just love the concept. It's like there's only 75 press. It's only for like the real heads, the people that collect the vinyl. That's why you're in the culture.
Right.
And so I love concept art, and definitely with East Coast Underground, that's something that we connect with. That's what we do.
We
We're
strive
released. We
for
got
that.
Miss Flo rocking it over there on the artwork and all the creative
Absolutely.
flow. So that was dope. That's dope. It's really cool to hear that.
Yeah, super good stuff, and also the same reason why I hooked up with these guys with DC. 'Cause
Yeah,
same kind of flow,
I wanted. That's the next thing I want to talk about. That was you have a release with us with the East Coast Underground on our vinyl release this year, the bass scene investigation ones, and your tune making heads dip. I mean, it's an absolute banger, by the way. I really like it. It's
Thank you,
the
thank
first one on the EP or the release, and I love when you bring those synths in the middle. And wah, wah, wah. I hope we play it today. Like if you gotta drop it, So tell us about what Mike and Flo approached you for the track, and was it a tune that you had? Were you working with? Like, how did you connect with us?
So Mike, strangely enough, I've known this fella for a long time, but not in the human form, like a lot of my friends. And I feel like family out here now that I've come out here and got to hang out for a few days and stuff. But Mike, similar kind of approach with Flo and Mike. They were like, hey, we're doing this thing, and of course, ADJ, he's a good buddy of mine and a good brother from the other side of the pond. And I thought, man, I like this, and I'm pretty selective about where I let the tunes fly to. And where they're gonna go, and it's just kind of a personal thing. So I don't like to just say, hey man, let's make it crazy. And I've always liked Mike. I love the workflow, everything they're doing, all the creative projects that they're up to. And when Mike approached me, I was like, I got some stuff for you. That particular tune, I would say it's a tune that I made maybe 8 years ago. It's not a brand new tune, but I have a vault of probably hundreds of tunes just
like
hanging out.
all you lunatic producers out there with millions of records that we're never gonna hear, but you guys should be like, hello, what's
You just
going
gotta
on
come
there?
see them live.
Yeah.
That's when you're gonna hear it.
For sure.
Right.
So there's a method to this.
Yeah, method to the madness. It's some kind of therapy, like some robot therapy or something. I'm just like, all right, cool. I'm gonna release these someday when I'm old and retired.
So did you go back into the track? Did you do something to it?
I did.
Was it completed, or we were able to connect with it, or?
It wasn't fully completed, and typically when I'm doing tunes, I usually operate in like sort of three main phases. And the first one is obviously the idea, and then the sound design and collecting all of the sounds that I'm going to make. And the next one is generally like arrangement, and this is really loosely kind of how it goes down and stuff. But so that one I'd had arranged, I'd had everything pretty together, but it just needed a couple touches, a little bit of love on the mastering and some different things like that. And ultimately it was just I thought this is a good banger to just drop right now, and it's been hiding out on a hard drive in a vault in the ILLEKTROLAB studio, and it's time for this thing to see the world. And it's weird because you catch a feeling when it's time, to let it fly away. I'm like,
Did you have that,
little birdie, I love you, but it's time to fly.
that sample they have in there, it says bass.
Yeah.
And I was like, I didn't realize it, and I've played it out before, and I heard it again while I was writing up the interview, and I was like, it says bass in it, like how like it fits with the vibe and the whole release is great. You guys, on Bandcamp, check us out, get it. It's still on sale.
Yep.
It's coming out, right? It's played it now. When is it coming? I don't know when that's coming out, but. The actual vinyl, right? We got the vinyls out. Okay, sorry. Yeah. I don't know so the vinyl's already out, and yeah, definitely check it out.
I think I got some of those too, and we'll have those at the jam. We have a couple of those available. Also, the I Am Electro EP. I'll have some of those.
For tomorrow? Yeah. So tomorrow, if you guys are listening, we're at ILLEKTROLAB, and East Coast Underground's going to be at Fruit Fly.
Yep.
On Friday, and then Saturday we have a big show coming up at the Boombox, Miami Boombox. For those of you guys that don't know where that is, it's 4447 Southwest 75th Avenue down in South Miami by Pablo's house.
Yeah.
And I know I've been talking a lot of, and you boys have any questions you want to go before we start wrapping up here? We listen to some grooves.
I like some grooves. That sounds
Polly,
groovy.
man. Talk to me, brother. How you doing this week?
Good. What's happening? Well, tell me, Jason. Tell me. So I'm gonna call you out on a couple things that we just talked about.
All right.
So you pulled this track out of the vault from 8 years ago.
Yeah.
So I know you talked about your progression in the studio. So was this like a hybrid track, or you used a hardware track that was like kind of hiding dormant.
This is all stuff that I'd made sound design. Like I've got folders and folders of kick drums and subs and stuff, and I pull those out. I'll pull them out and then most of it is stuff that I actually even made back in I would say even like the early 2000s, like just all the actual sound design stuff, all the kicks and all the stuff. Occasionally I'll throw down like a new synth line on something. Typically I'm using like Studio One, sometimes Pro Tools, occasionally Ableton, but typically Ableton just to play live. But I'll revisit these tracks, and sometimes there's just a new idea that comes, because you know how it is as well.
Sometimes you don't even know it's there. Because I opened up a folder that was from COVID. I was trying to find something else. And all of a sudden I opened this up, and I'm like, yo, guys, this track is completely finished. What happened with where do we never release this? Did we fall asleep under a mushroom or something? Like, what happened here?
It's possible. It's possible.
Yeah.
A lot of those tunes, and also recently I've been revisiting a lot of that older stuff that I made, and even combining it with new stuff, because there's kind of a new. As time goes, progression, being an artist, you start thinking, man, I want to go down new avenues and try some new things. And so I'm working a lot more with like percussive stuff these days, still the heavy kicks and the heavy bass lines and things like that, but a lot more percussion, messing around a lot with tempos, a lot of stuff that I've made over the years that, is just never seen in the world. Most folks know me for electro and that kind of thing, but there's pretty much anything that's broken beat I love, and catch me in the right mood, and I can just like do it.
Yeah, I love your sound, man. It's great. I've played a lot of your tunes out live, and yeah, it's an honor to meet you. And have
it's
you
hype,
here,
and it's got that tension that just rides.
Yeah, it's deep and dark. It's super underground. Even like your breaks. The electro hits.
From a DJ perspective, like there's always like a moment in your set where you're like, all right, the dance floor needs like
ILLEKTROLAB.
to just wait.
The dance floor needs an ILLEKTROLAB track for sure, all day, every day.
You guys are gonna make me blush.
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited to
Love
see you
y'all,
live
love
too.
y'all.
So I'm excited to hear what you're gonna play for us here on Jolt Radio. So if you want to go ahead and start gearing that up, I know Mike has his East Coast Underground announcements.
All right. Sounds good. Thank y'all.
Okay.
for
I'm
having me.
excited.
Thank you for being here, brother.
Excited to
It's
hear
great.
play at
Thank
the
you. That was
event.
awesome.
Yep.
So let's talk about the event. What do we got going on this weekend?
Yeah, we got a lot going on.
And,
release
maybe
wise.
we'll start with Saturday, and then you tell me about Friday, and then and then
It's a
we'll,
Saturday.
And then we'll think about Sunday and the after party on Monday.
And where you might be. So Saturday night, we're going to work our way backwards.
I'm calling in sick.
You better be there, brother. You're on the lineup.
So let's make sure everybody shows up.
I'm at my day job.
It's going to be at the Boom Box. It's Saturday night. Starts 10 o'clock till 4, maybe later, wherever we want to go. What I can tell you is that I do know that this young man right here, Pablo Funk's going to be throwing down some live. I've heard a little piece of it.
George.
Oh,
and
boy.
George Barr.
George Barr is going to be throwing down some live as well.
We got Up Rock.
We got Up Rock. He will be in the house. And
Mr. ILLEKTROLAB.
Yep, he's going to be in the house throwing the bass
Get
hard
your
at the
tickets on
boombox.
Shotgun.
Yeah,
Live.
I gotta give props to Mike there for busting my arm, and not just pulling my arm, but he pretty much like yanked it off.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the
man.
first time I'm doing anything like this, guys.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be
bringing
great.
out the hardware and the sequencers and
No pressure, man.
No pressure. No
Nah,
pressure.
The pressure's on the subwoofers.
Gosh, love it.
It's all right.
We're gonna
All right,
apply the
you
pressure.
got like 2 minutes, Mike. Make it rock.
I know. Here we go. Let's try to get through it fast. Well, we got coming up on EC Underground. We got Lanebot's release. It's already out. We've got there's 3 tracks on this, as well as there's some remixes on it. Pablo Funk's got a remix on it. Mad Savvy. It sounds dope. We
Shout out to
encourage
Mr. Lanebach, Matt Savvy for sure.
Yep.
Remixes are dope.
What else we got? There's another launch coming for Low Communication. This is his second release on our label. We're really excited about having him out for the second time.
There's
really
more
good.
drum and bass.
Yeah, there she is. She got some in there. So, yeah, we're looking forward to that. Please keep checking your newsletters.
Yeah, sign up for the newsletter. Definitely
Yes,
go to
it's a big
eastcoastunderground.com. It's going to pop up. Put your email. You'll get an email and yum codes and free music and all kinds of stuff. So if you're listening, please check us out.
Also, we got Alpha Romeo is going to be coming out soon with us. It's more like a synth wave, and it's more experimental. And we got Mental Health Consumer coming out. It's, when you hear this, this shit's good, real good. And then let's see here, we got, and I'm really excited about this. We've been working this project. Kit Builders will be coming out.
I'm excited for that.
We're going to
really
be having
excited
them
for that.
on our label.
Those are for you Electro Clash punk people out there.
We'll have, it's going to be some stuff that's old, new, and stuff that's never been released. It's going to be on a CD format, and we're really excited about having this.
Sounds good.
Keep in the future, because Kit Builders is going to come here next year. We just don't know when, but you can expect them.
Keep it locked. Keep it locked. Follow
you can
us.
expect them here on the record. You can expect them.
So that was great, and so we are on the record with East Coast Underground, and we got Mr. ELLEKTROLAB coming in with the bass. So keep it locked.
You
on Jolt Radio.
out. Everybody.